You was brought up where, sorry? The Middle East, did you say?
Oman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to celebrate all traditions. Obviously, like Eid, I am a massive fan of. Obviously.
You like to celebrate Eid?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim, but because I was brought up in the Middle East.
How comes that came about? How comes you was brought up in the Middle East?
My parents moved out there when I was a child, so they started working out in Oman when. Well, we went to Saudi first of all. We went to Jeddah, and
Wow.
we lived there for 4 years, and then we moved to Oman, and we lived there for 15 years.
Wow.
So yeah.
Can you speak?
No, I can. No, I can swear. I can get by with the greetings, etc. But yeah, everybody there enjoyed speaking English, and yeah,
They made you a bit lazy.
Never a challenge to speak Arabic. So unfortunately.
But you must know some, though, right?
Yeah, I know bits and pieces, but not enough. I'm embarrassed to say I don't speak very good English at all.
How would you greet someone then?
Pardon?
How would you greet someone then?
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay.
Kif halik?
Wow.
Yeah, I would, but yeah.
So what do you believe in?
What do I believe?
Yeah. What's your faith? What's your religion?
My faith, I don't really have a faith or religion. I'm quite spiritual, but I'm not. I wasn't brought up a Christian, but I do probably understand Islam better than the average English person, I suppose.
So, do you believe in a creator?
Pardon?
Do you believe in a creator? Do you believe in God?
I believe in something,
Okay.
but I don't challenge anyone who believes in something. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, sure.
Sort of. I suppose the other side of it is that I have a lot of friends who have fathers who have more than one wife.
You have a lot of friends that have fathers that have more than one wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was brought up in the Middle East, and so I kind of understand that side of things, if you know what I mean.
Do you understand why it's permissible to have 4 wives? Or do you?
I understand.
Do you have a problem with it?
I kind of understand. I don't have a problem with it at all because.
Or a view? Sorry, like do you have a negative view on it at all?
No, I can't. It's really difficult because I do understand why a man in the Middle East that might need to have more than one woman to look after him. It doesn't mean that I could deal with that.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
No, of course.
That is definitely not how I could live. However, I have many friends who I love and care for, and
that are in that
socially
situation.
with, that have that in their lives.
Yeah.
And they accept that and understand it.
Has anyone ever explained to you why it's permissible?
Yeah. I also have friends who have. I do understand it. Don't get me wrong. I do understand why it happens.
Yeah.
It's just not something that I could
Be a part of.
deal with. Yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I don't think many women, like even Muslims, want to be in that situation.
No.
But you know, obviously the reason why it's permissible is because there are more women in the world than there are men, right?
Yeah.
So basically, if everyone was to pair together, you'd have all these women that would have no partner, they would have no security, they would just be public property, so to speak, like it used to be back in the old days. So to eradicate that problem, it's made permissible for a Muslim man to have more than one wife. But obviously it has to be under the right circumstances. Like,
are you married?
I am married, yes.
Yeah.
One wife.
Just one wife. Yeah. Do you think you'd take a second?
Well, like I said, if the circumstances is
it allowed over here? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I'm not sure either. I don't think so. Maybe.
How long have you been married?
About 7 years.
Oh wow, long time.
Yeah.
Do you have,
7 years.
Do you have children?
I do have kids, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 kids. Yeah.
Is your wife of Pakistani origin as well?
No, my wife's Afghan.
Afghan?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we try to eradicate our racism.
You know, it's I understand. I'm from a man where actually Omanis are only allowed to marry Omanis.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of.
But that's obviously cultural based.
It's
right?
cultural, but you know, it's what the Sultan is. I mean, I guess he's trying to keep the wealth in the country, and you know.
But you know that's un-Islamic. Because even our Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, he had wives that were of different tribes, and it was to unite people and to eradicate all of that kind of.
And to be fair to him, I mean, I love the Sultan. I think he's an amazing man. I think he is fantastic, and everybody loves him. But I understand what he's trying to do, and yes, being Muslim is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I guess what he's trying to do is keep the wealth in the country and trying to keep, you know, he does allow people to marry outside of the country occasionally. You know, I guess what he's trying to do is stop. He's trying to keep the faith. You know, he's trying to keep
the culture.
Yeah, he's trying to keep the culture. He's trying to keep Islam alive in the country. You know, he is a very liberal man.
But you know, this is the thing. Islam has been, it's designed to, like, for example, a Muslim man is allowed to take a Christian or a Jewish lady as a wife, and the reason why that's permissible is because obviously naturally the kids take after the father's faith anyway, right? But they take the father's name on.
Do the mothers have to take Islam though?
They don't have to. It's obviously it's desirable if they do, but they don't have to.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why it's permissible, is because you will not lose the faith, you will not lose the Islamic values and stuff. You know, you could still, like, for example, my dad married my mum. My mum's Catholic.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, because my mum's English. Well, actually, she's half Scottish, half Irish.
Oh, right.
I've just been saying half English, half Pakistani because it's so much easier.
Yeah.
So it is permissible. My mum's she's still got her faith.
She's still Catholic.
Yeah, she.
That's fab. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I speak to her about religion and stuff. So inshallah one day, but that's her choice. At the end of the day, it's not compulsory.
But
Religion's
also
not
it is
compulsory.
all, it's all the same teachings, and to a certain degree, isn't it? You know what I mean? As long as you have.
In terms of like what Catholicism and Islam.
Okay, no, maybe not exactly the same. However, it is about essentially, I think. It's all about the same values, isn't it?
It derives from the same source, but obviously what Muslims believe is that there's been alterations in their guidance, therefore it's not kind of authentic enough to follow. And not only that, it's kind of like, like if you've got an iPhone, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, and you have a Nokia, a manual for a Nokia, it's going to serve no purpose. You might get a few things out of it, but it's not going to, to get the best out of it, it has to be for that, particular model, right? So likewise, the revelation was sent down for this nation to revive the original message, which is there is only one God. All prophets came with the same message, which is there is only one God. And that's obviously the most important concept and principle in Islam, Tawheed, the oneness of God. So there is a major difference when it comes to, associated partnerships with your creator and stuff like that. But generally, Judaism and Islam and Christianity, they have the same backbone. It's just political movements and where the religions have been adopted over the years and some alterations.
Well, I found it very interesting moving over here because I had never met. I was brought up. Basically, I was 7 years old when I moved to the Middle East.
Yeah.
So I had been brought up in Islamic society all my life.
Right.
I'd never met a Jewish person ever until I came back here when I was 24, 25 years old.
Right.
I'd never met anyone Jewish because in the Middle East it was never. I don't know. I just never met anyone.
Yeah.
So it's like a new.
They used to be there, a lot of them.
Well, yeah, of course. But it was fascinating to me coming over here and meeting somebody who, on Friday, which is,
the Sabbath
in our, lives.
Yeah.
Friday was a big deal. I was like, oh wow, you're going home on a Friday because I met somebody Jewish. They're going home because Friday you get with the family.
Is it Friday? Isn't it a day on Saturday?
Friday is their day. Friday is their day.
But Friday is a Muslim's day. It's Jummah.
Yeah, but in Judaism, Friday is the most sacred day. And I was like, wow, because in the Middle East, Friday is like Sunday here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was used to. And Friday here is like everybody goes out to party. But in our world or Judaism, it's the Sabbath.
So let me ask you. You said you believe in something. Yeah? You believe in like a divine being, like a creator.
Yeah, I believe. I am not Christian. I am not Muslim. I am not. I'm not anything in particular.
Right.
But
something tells you that we were created and.
It is not Christianity. It is not. I don't know what it is, but.
Just naturally, you feel this way, yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you not feel like, like if God was a, like what would you say the purpose of life is?
my son, my child. Yeah, it's.
I mean, like life itself, in terms of creation, not like aims and objectives and things that are kind of like personal, but you know, the reason for existence in the first place.
Yeah, it's very hard to define, really. But since I've had a child, it is. I sort of feel, I guess, a bit more spiritual about stuff. Like, I guess I just look at him and just think, oh my God,
There must be more. Yeah.
this is amazing, you know.
Yeah. Kids would do that to you.
Yeah. How many?
I have 3.
You have 3. Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Wow, you have 3.
Yeah,
You're
just turned 30.
How old is your eldest?
My oldest is 5 and a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of work.
how did you meet your wife, or was it arranged, or?
She was my supervisor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to work together, and she was my supervisor. And I was actually going to go to Kingston University.
Yeah.
And I knew she was the one. When I first saw her, I was like, "Damn, it's come too quick." I was meant to go uni.
No,
I just knew.
I understand that.
And I thought, when you find your life partner, it's nothing really matters.
No, exactly.
Apart from
How old is she?
She is, she's 35. She's a little bit older than I am.
And is she English, Pakistani as well, or?
No, she's Afghan.
Oh, that's it. You
Yeah,
said, sorry,
yeah.
Afghan, yeah. Have you ever been to Afghanistan?
I haven't, no. I've been to Pakistan a few times. I recently came back from there.
Was it?
Yeah, there was a death. It was unfortunate because there was a death in my family.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So thank you. It would have been nice to have gone under different circumstances.
Yeah.
I don't get to go as often as I'd like. Prior to that, it was like 13 years before that. But
Yeah.
it was a real eye opener to the way the country's working and how people would say that's a Muslim country, and some of the stuff I saw was so far from Islamic. It was unbelievable, and that's just the
Really?
norm. Yeah, of course, like worshipping the graves, all this type of stuff is innovation. This is like this is seeking help from. First of all, when you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah.
We believe that in Islam, that the dead, they can't even help themselves, let alone us.
No, I've been to Muslim funerals. Like,
Yeah.
I've had, unfortunately, I have lost Muslim friends, and I've always thought that. I mean, it's very emotional, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
when somebody Muslim dies, you have to grieve immediately. It's all, people are buried straight away. It happens straight away. 4 days you were in the house. You were forced to grieve, and I've got to say, I think that is the best way to grieve your loved ones. It is, I remember being.
So what do you mean that you're forced to grieve? Who forces you to grieve?
Basically, here,
Yeah.
In a Christian way, if you like.
Yeah.
If one of my family members were to die,
Yeah.
it could be a week
Oh yeah. I know they
before
kind of prolong
they
the whole.
are buried.
Yeah.
But in Islam, when they die, they are
The sooner the better.
buried immediately, and
Yeah.
we go into the house, and you are with the family, and I remember being there with my friend's mother and family, and they kind of pat you on the back almost to say, get it out,
Yeah.
let's do this. And it's a different way of dealing with the grief, and I've got to say, I think, I understand why you would do it that way, because it's almost like It's not like the British stiff upper lip where you do it on a different day. Let's just sort of get this out, and of course we're going to be emotional about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, I wish I hadn't lost those friends, but I understand
Sorry for your loss.
the Islamic way of grieving.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So so do you mind if I ask you, you know, if you believe in God, yeah. Do you believe in revelation? I know you don't follow one, but do you believe in revelation? Do you understand it's?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean,
What do you
like,
mean by revelation?
like as in like, God is not like. I mean, surely you don't think God is like some type of abandoned landlord. He's just put us here to free roam and left without any guidance or anything. So when I say revelation, I mean like, a book of guidance, a way to kind of, like I said, using your phone as an example, how to get the best out of life, how to, show you how to succeed, what's the purpose of life, and how not to destroy yourself.
Yeah, I think that I have many friends in this world, and I've always found it fascinating that my Muslim friends, who I love and adore, have always been the most passionate about their faith.
Okay.
And I've always found that interesting in a way, because actually I've had some friends who were maybe brought up Christian, and have found Islam. And also I have many friends who were brought up Islamic. But yeah, I've always found it interesting how they have always been very passionate and committed to their faith.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, in Islam, like, you can't. You can convey the message, but you cannot convert someone or revert someone. That first of all, that can't be. It's not in our hands. We don't even believe it's in our hands. It's the guidance is from God. It's up to the person's heart if they're willing to accept whatever it may be. Yeah. So so please don't think I'm trying to force.
No, but you don't love me any less. That is what I understand as well. Is that even though I am not of your faith, you don't love me less.
No, of course not.
It's and that's what. But that's what's great about it, is that, I mean, it's difficult because in this country it's misunderstood.
Yeah,
it's
big time.
really, really misunderstood. People
People
have a tough time. They will get there. They will get there in the end, but it's just hard for them. And also, people aren't educated. People don't understand. People are a bit thick here. I'm sorry.
No,
it's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, knowledge is power. As soon as someone knows.
They don't get it. They just don't get it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they won't.
Yeah.
They just don't get it yet. It's hard for them.
Yeah.
And
it's part of it.
Yeah, exactly. And one day, hopefully, but I have been brought up in a life where I have the best friends in the world, but it doesn't matter that we're not of the same. We obviously do believe the same thing at the end of the day, but it's just on paper. It doesn't matter if it's like, we've had a whole conversation for a long time here.
Yeah.
We've had a nice time, but it doesn't matter that you are Muslim and I am not Muslim. It doesn't matter,
absolutely.
does it?
No.
We've had a lovely time and we've enjoyed our conversation, but
yeah, of course.
it's difficult for some people. And actually, at the end of the day, we're probably the same thing, don't we?
Probably.
You know, probably deep down somewhere.
Is it just here?
Yeah, it's just here on the right-hand side. But I have had a lovely time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You look after yourself.
Thank you. You too. It's just here, yeah?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
You take care now.
Thank you. You too.
Enjoy. Have a lovely Christmas.
God bless you.
Take care.
All the best. SubhanAllah. May Allah open her heart to accept Islam. I mean, she knows Islam. She knows about Islam. SubhanAllah. She finds beauty in it. That's amazing. SubhanAllah. You know, you come across people, yeah, and you think, okay, like, if I was to put kind of, if I had my say, or like, you know, to try to judge and assess the situation, I'd say, okay, lady works in education, probably comes across Muslims every other day. Do I think she probably knows about Islam? Most likely not. She's Welsh. She's just come from Central. You know, you just try to assess the situation, right? And then you think, I don't know how they're gonna react to me talking about Islam, right? But amazingly, so many people I've met, they've been brought up in the Middle East, and you think that is the last thing that I was expecting. You know, they know Arabic. They may even know Arabic better than yourself. They know the Quran sometimes, and it's just amazing. You never know what to expect. So I guess it's always best to stay positive. You know, make dua that Allah opens up our heart and everyone that we try to give dawah to. And like I said, you know, you can't convert, you can't force anyone. You just convey the message. It's up to them. You know, she seems to understand the concept of Islam somewhat. She's had the examples and she admires them and stuff. She sees beauty in it. So inshallah, you know, her heart be opened up and she'll accept Islam. Jazakallah khair. If you like the Taxi Dawah videos, to see more of them, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel. There is the Dawah Hour YouTube channel, there's a Taxi Dawah YouTube channel, and also you can follow us on Facebook. There is my personal page, which is Shiraz Qamar, SHARAZQAMAR. There is the Dawah Hour page. There is the Taxi Dawah page, which we try to upload videos every other day. There is the Steps to Dawah page, which is hosted by Brother Muhammad. There is the Steps to Allah page, which is a class, a group that I attend, and that's hosted by Dr. Muhammad Hilal, which is strictly Quran and Sunnah. And there is the London Reads Project, which is we give out Qurans in translation to people's native tongue, all over, you know, wherever it may be. We just pick a time and a day, and we go out, and alhamdulillah, it's got very good response. So please make dua that continues to succeed. And there's also the Wembley Dawah team, Wembley Dawah page as well. So please check those out. Follow those pages. You can catch me on Instagram, Shiraz Q, and you can also catch me on Twitter, Shiraz Qamar. And no, sorry, the Instagram is Shiraz Qamar, the Twitter is Shiraz Q, and the Taxi Dawah Twitter is obviously Taxi Dawah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.